Hello everybody, Duckyworth here, and oh boy, have I got an interesting film for you all this time. I've recently been watching a fair few Don Bluth films. I recorded a live reaction for Anastasia a bit recently, and I've also been having a look at a fair few others that I would like to do live reactions for, as they're ones that I either haven't watched before or haven't seen in ages and think that they would be an interesting choice of films to do live reactions for. I did one for Anastasia a bit ago, and three that I'd like to do live reactions for are A Troll in Central Park. That film that shall not be named. The Pebble and the Penguin, which is one that I know is supposed to be pretty weird, but I think I've just been hearing like a conflicting things about it. Like some people say it's so bad it's good, some enjoyed it as children and may still find some charm in it now, or some think it's just all bad. But the film I'm going to watch this time for this next live reaction is the 1991 film, no, sorry, 1992 film Rock A Doodle, based off the story of Chanticleer, the play from, I've got this article here, a verse play in 4 acts written by Edmund Rostand, which is about the titular Chanticleer thinking that he can raise the sun with his crowing, and all the nighttime animals, like nighttime birds of prey with a cat and a blackbird, they plot to kill Chanticleer because their crowing interrupts their plans to cause mischief at night. It sounds like an interesting premise for a play. It sounds like it would be an interesting film. I think Disney was trying to make one for a while, but the project was scrapped. So Don Bluth came in and he made a version of the film himself. But I heard that the film was really hit hard with executive meddling, I'm sad to say. I think it was like they were trying to make it more kiddie, trying to make it more accessible for younger viewers and cut out all like the scary and darker elements that we love a lot of Don Bluth's films for. And they were trying to just like change a lot of things around, and it badly affected a lot of the production and how the final product turned out. The final product is meant to be absolutely insane, from what I've heard. I mean, I know Don Bluth films do have a lot of odd things in it, even the better ones. But this film, from what I've heard and the few bits that I've seen, just like the plot synopses, it gets really, really crazy. So this will be a very interesting watch from my understanding of it. I was trying to find this one on either streaming or YouTube, but unfortunately I wasn't able to find it in full. But a friend of mine, Ted Crilly, on Discord, I've talked to her on Discord, she ripped a video cassette of a film that she had, and the recording that she uploaded to Google Drive, it was missing like the first minute or so, I think, of just like the starting credits and just like one line. But it starts off with one of the characters saying, "Let me tell you all about it," and then it just like plays off in full. I've just had a check of when it starts, and big shout out, a big thank you for Ted Crilly for providing me with this once in a lifetime opportunity to watch this interesting, crazy film from what I can imagine. But a lot of people say that this is another one, people say they either think it's got its odd charms despite a lot of the stranger elements, or it's again so bad it's good. So again, I'll just have a watch of it and just see how I feel. So I've got a bottle of cider next to me as I plan to watch this one. Hopefully it won't be so nuts I'll be in a laughing fit like I was with Titanic: The Legend Goes On, but let's just see how it goes. I'll let you know when I've recorded my first half of the reaction, and I'll chat to you all later. Bye everyone. Ready for insanity, everybody? Because I don't know if I am. Yes, I've got Rock A Doodle in front of me, the recording that my friend offered me, and the first shot of it is of the sun rising just above the earth. I just had a quick look up of anything that this VHS recording missed out, because my friend Ted Crilly told me that there was a little bit missing from the start of the film, but it should otherwise all be fine. I think there was just a little bit where there was a little bit of opening narration. I just looked it up, just like the script, and I think it was just like what if you may take it for granted that the sun always comes up, but what if the sun decided to come up, poke its little head around, and then go right back to sleep? I think that's a little bit strange, but okay. Yeah, so as I said, I think this is the whole film on here, because my friend said that it might skip a little bit, but I think it was all on here, so okay. Hopefully we should all go. It should all go all right. So I've got the film in front of me, and I'm ready for craziness from what I've read about it. So, and I've got my cider next to me in case I need something to help me get through it, or I need a drink. So here we go, everybody. I'm going to start playing a Rock A Doodle. An hour and 5 minutes. It's not a long film. Okay, so let's just see if it turns out to be nuts or bad. Hopefully, it'll make it mercifully short. So, okay then, here we go, everybody. I'm going to start playing a Rock A Doodle now. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Yes, let's talk about it. Okay, so the sunlight's heading all across the earth, and it's going at really. Okay, cockadoo. Okay, now we're going into home and range. Okay, too close. Back away. Oh no. Okay, that's a bit of an odd start. And we got a cloud being scared away by a rooster, and the sun has eyelashes for some reason. Oh, is this Teletubbies? What? What? You can't just interrupt the song like that. I was actually trying to get into that. Yes, okay, it's trying to, okay. Oh no, I'm not going to like this narrator, am I? Because he is interrupting all the songs already, and I'm actually trying to get into the songs because it's got a nice country theme to it. Oh, that's it, and Patu. Why did that chicken have boobs? And why does that chicken have such a tiny head? Ugh, a big head on such a tiny body. Oh, was it? What? Wait, was that? I'll have to have a listen to that character talk again to hear like that voice, but that voice sounded familiar. Oh, so is this Foghorn Leghorn's rocker cousin or something? And all the animals weirdly wearing these clothes reminds me a little bit of a Thumbelina, of the farm animals in that. But then again, all the animals are anthro here, so it doesn't quite, except for the horses for some reason, so it doesn't seem as out of place. Okay. You know, I get a feeling that a lot of this would be interesting if we didn't have a narrator constantly talking over it. I mean, having a narrator in and of itself isn't a problem, but it feels a little bit like having they're having just the narrator talk over everything that's happening. But it fit with the editing, it feels a bit like it was added later, like after everything had been recorded. Okay, so the sun could rise without him. Okay. Oh well, that was part of the original play, I think. Um, like he thought that the sun would rise because he crowed. Oh my God, it is. That's Eddie Deason. That's Mandark and that one kid with glasses from Polar Express. That voice is unmistakable. That's Eddie Deason. Okay, so he's just left to leave a city. And. Oh no, Gnorga's back for revenge! Oh, he's cool. It's, what? Okay, live action. Okay, that was a bit. Uh, what? Okay, I was going to say that owl looked a little bit like a cousin of the Great Owl from Secret of Nim, but uh, oh, so is this film going to try and go for like a Roger Rabbit effect or something? Because I think I actually did a little bit of research about Don Bluth was originally wanting to do something like Who Framed Roger Rabbit at some point. I think seeing live action in a Don Bluth film is not something I would expect to see. Yes, wait, I think the mom introduced him. So, oh no, is this narrator going to be like the one in a Joshua and the Promised Land, just talking over everything that goes on and never shutting up? Oh wait, is this when he goes to Kansas? This reminds me a little bit of Wizard of Oz, just like the way that they're in the farmhouse and like they're just going to get the storm like going around. Okay, now back to animation again. Uh, uh, those are some nice illustrations in that book, though. I wonder if that's like the original book of this film. Like, I'm sure there was a book version, adaptation or something. Uh, okay. Okay, so they're struggling more with the storm, trying to get the animals out. And, uh, okay, now he's wearing his, now he's wearing his David Crockett hat. Uh, oh, oh wow, that boy really looked worried. Not. Oh, I've seen that face on the Discord I have with my friends. They use that as a meme, just him yelling Chanticleer is something weird happening. Well, okay, what's going on? So Thunder brought in what is this? Uh uh okay, so who's this coming in? Is this the Grand Duke of Owls? Okay, he does look legitimately imposing, I'll give him that. Wait, so he can feel how it felt when Edmund pokes his illustration in the face. How does that work? Ah, oh, Christopher Plummer, you're too good for this. Christopher Plummer's one of those actors who, no matter what film he appears in, he always gives a good effort. So, and his character here actually does look pretty imposing of a villain. Not quite as scary as the Great Owl, but he does have a presence to him. Wait, was it with his voice? His breath, rather. Uh, uh, okay, now the kid's climbing on the wall. Why is the kid climbing on the wall? How is he doing that with his breath? What's he doing? Okay, okay, now he's turning the room into a cartoon. Looks like. Holy smokes, it's a toon! You know, you could just have yourself just walk in without having to say, this is where I come in. Wait a minute. Is Patu voiced by Oh god, this is gonna oh okay. He just flew off. He just via sunlight. Phil Harris. That's Patu. Ah, Phil Harris. That's I think I heard this was like his last role or something from one of my friends. Ah, rest in peace, Phil Harris. Look for the dog necessities, the simple dog necessities, or everybody wants to be a dog. How do dogs get bunions? Oh, what? Jeepers! I'm a furry! No, you've turned into a furry. You said so yourself. And you're a bit too young to be watching Judas and Jesus, so I don't think you're ready to be a furry. What was that movement? Okay. Oh, look, he's turned into Not Fivel. And here come more of them. A mouse who looks like Mrs. Brisby in Secret in Him 2, or like when she got glasses. Sandy Duncan as Peepers. I've just got the cast list in front of me. As long as Peepers doesn't sing Marry the Mole, we're all good. Oh, okay, here comes all of them. Hey, it's the runaway cast from Robin Hood. Was that chicken really buxom? Why was that chicken really buxom? Why am I coming across so many things with birds with huge melons? Oh. Oh, here's Eddie Deason again. Oh, he's a magpie? Oh, great, and he's a sexist twit. Oh, yeah, I'm really going to like this character. She looks like the daughter from Secret of Nim, and now that I see Peepers. Wait. They need him back to raise the sun, so it's not rising anymore, but how did it rise without him that last time? I hope they explain that. No, you're a furry. I'm sorry, I can't get over that line. I mean, I know he said I'm all furry, but with the kid's voice, it still sounded like he said I'm a furry. I would forgive you for being a cat. So she's a racist towards cats. So we've got a racist towards cats, and we've got someone who's sexist. So that's two great characters of a show already. Yes, let's go and find Santa Claus. I mean Chanticleer. Kidnap the Sandy Claus for Chanticleer. Oh, okay. That water just came in really quick. Okay. Uh, I hope Edmund's family is okay through all this, because are they just drowning? Okay, so where are we now? Uh, oh, okay, that's looking cool. Oh yes, organ music. Oh, this is good. Look, this is cool looking. I like this organ he's got. The Grand Duke of Els has got style. Okay, he's got opera singing owls. Uh, Wait, was it? Did he have electric touch? What was that coming out of his wings? Okay, so this is like something from the original play. They're trying to get rid of like stop him from bringing the sun back. But how did it raise without him at one time? Okay, that's cool. I like the look of that. What? Who's this? Okay. Ah. Oh, what the? Hunch. Charles Nelson Riley. Seen as I saw Troll in Central Park again recently. Um, I've been coming across a lot of things with him in recently because he was like Lort in A Troll in Central Park. He was Killer in All Dogs Go to Heaven, and he was also the Dirty Bubble in SpongeBob. He's got a pretty deep voice for his size. Okay, so he's just... Yes, we can see that. You don't need to narrate. Ow. Okay, this kid is going to get annoying. I mean, I get that he's a little boy, but there's a way to make a little boy character realistic without making them annoying. And I'm not sure if I'm going to like his voice. Okay. Okay. Oh. Okay, wait, what happened? What was that? Um, okay. Danger aqueduct pipe. Adequate pipe. Oh, yeah, he's an idiot. So he's sexist and he's a complete incompetent. Yeah, I'm really going to like this character. Why did they bring him with them? Wait, is he a magpie or is he a woodpecker? The first sensible thing he's done, rather than just talking over everything. Well, we're all going to die because of snipes. Oh, well, that's the end of that. Oh, no, they've made it out. What's that squeaking? Don Bluth really had a thing for animating characters going through water now that I think about it, didn't he? Just a lot of his films seem to have like sequences of him getting in peril underwater. Ah! Okay. Yeah, and Snipes nearly drowned us, and we're just going to keep him with us. No, okay. Iris out. Okay, it was a bit of an odd transition there. I still really like this setting, though. The, the Duke of Owls is easily my favourite character in this so far. Okay, and he's baking as well. He's an owl of many talents. What the? Okay. Okay. Oh, what? And now he's turned into one of the Martians from Looney Tunes, the ones that Marvin the Martian makes. How did they come up with the idea to give him magic breath anyway? This is weird. Imagine, I'm only now saying this film is weird. Oh, I'm giving him sunglasses. Okay. Okay. Wait, how is... I mean, considering the size difference between the two owls, the Grand Duke of Owls is a pretty big owl, and I think Hunch is like a pygmy owl, so... That's a bit... How are they... I don't know. How did he get the... What? Okay, now oh, Jesus! We could figure that out. This is going to be aggravating. Just narration, talking over songs that's going on. What's the point in recording a song if you're going to talk over the top of it? And I'd like to see more of a city and like the roles the animals have in it, rather than just the pointless narration. Okay, so that song was over. Ugh. What is with the shoelace thing anyway? And can Miss Character just shut up? Oh, what? What was that? He flew through an elephant's mouth. Was there a hole in it? I didn't see. Uh, what are you doing? Wait, are you trying to be stealthy to try? Uh. Oh, okay. He's got a knife. Charles Nelson Riley is also trying to really good with the material as given. I'll give him that. Okay, so he's an Elvis impersonator? I'm wondering whether this was in the original story. I'll have to look it up. I doubt it. That's a pretty good Elvis impression, though. I'll give him that. Wait, was that Prissy from Looney Tunes? And he's looking pretty buff for a chicken. I'll give him that for a rooster. Oh wow. Okay, now we got another sexier bird. Oh, wait a minute. Is that another what? Ellen Green? That's Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors. She's got another voice that's really distinctive. I've got a lot of names I recognise in this. She just didn't know it yet. Well, let us figure it out through the story instead of talking over everything going on, you pillock. He looks like a record made of cheese. Uh, the way that she recoiled there made it look like he was coming onto her. I actually heard there were some like animation changes, like in the film. I tried to pick some out, and I think there was something like maybe he was trying to hit on her or something that made her recoil like that. But then it just looked a bit like "You'll never work again." Well, I never. Okay. What? Okay. Bouncing toads. Uh, what? 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 Ha ha, they're bouncers. Ha ha ha. Oh God, shut up. I never thought I'd say this to Phil Harris's character in anything, but shut up. No offence to the late Phil Harris, but the character's just... Okay, no, He looks like a Fox version of the guy from the guy that Warranty Rat sells 5 or 2. Is Pinky supposed to be like this film's version of Reynard? Because what? I think Reynard from the original Chanticleer tale. How'd you like to get out of a course? Oh, oh right, back to these guys again who haven't done anything yet. Wait, how does that phone still have power? Everything's underwater, and it's not a mobile. How does he know the... Oh, well, I mean, it's his farm, so he'd know the number, but... That's a good point. Where is his family? Have they turned into cats as well? Okay. I love a Duke. He's actually pretty good. He's got charisma to him. Okay. Wait, was that a song? Twiddly dee, they're running out of batteries, ha 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 ha. That was the song. Just 5 seconds of... I don't know. At least it's not have a nice day, I'm having it. Oh, Pinky's boss. Oh, so is Pinky working for the Grand Duke of Owls? Yep. Darkness, sweet darkness. Wait, Frog? Frog doing the sewing. He's got a nice pad. I'll give him that. He's got a nice pad. A nice rocking chair. The Grand Duke of Owls is an owl of class. Okay. What? That is a very low gradient of that road if he just flew off like that. Okay. Oh, what's the timestamp? 32:42. God, I'm already halfway through the film. I will say this though. This film seems to be just like maybe a reason why it's shorter is just because than some of the others. It's just that the pacing is going pretty quick. It's just like going through things and not really establishing many of the characters. Well, I mean, it's maybe it was something to do with like the executive meddling for it. It's like my mate and I heard this film had a pretty troubled production, so maybe it affected them having to cut the film down. But this is really oh God, I've looked up something dark. I'm just looking up something that happened. In the just on the Wikipedia page, just about the film. In a deleted scene of the film, the Grand Duke of Owls nearly eats a skunk that he has stuffed into a pie, but thanks to Hunch's clumsiness, the skunk escapes. Oh, is that what was supposed to be in the pie that he was baking earlier? Okay, that's a bit. That's dark, but it feels a bit more like Don Bluth if I works for in. I don't know. Maybe that's where Pepe Le Pew has gone after he got cancelled. Poor guy. But Pepe Le Pew always makes it out, ready to escape and flirt once more. So I doubt that he'd be able to get eaten by the Grand Duke of Owls. But yeah, this film is. I don't know. So far, it's not awful. It's not the worst Don Bluth film I've seen so far. It's nowhere near as bad as a Troll in Central Park. Like, things are happening, but it seems to be the opposite problem, where they're just rushing through things way too quickly. Tron in Central Park had absolutely nothing happen to him, just holding on things for ages. Well, this film just, like, rushes through everything, and there's a lot of interesting ideas, like the City of Animals, like Zootropolis, and like some of the ideas, like how the farm's going, and the Grand Duke of Owls is easily the best character so far, I think, but it just feels meh so far. I mean, there are some pretty weird, some pretty strange moments happening, like the breath and the frogs just like bouncing all over the place just randomly. But thankfully, it's nowhere near as incorrigibly insane as the Legend of the Titanic, I'd say, so far. But I am about halfway through the film. 32:42 is the timestamp, and I'm just about to stop the film there. Well, that's on the recording I've got. So I think on like the actual film, it's more around like the 34-35 minute mark. But I'll just see how it goes. So I'll come back for the second half of the recording. So in a bit. So catch up with you later, everyone, and let's just see whether this film gets more nuts as it goes on. So talk to you later, everybody. Catch up with you later. Okay, bye. Bye. Hello, everybody. Duckyworth here. And I'm here to do the second part of my recording of my live reaction to Rock A Doodle. Since the first part, I've had a look about the play, Chanticleer, that this film was based on a little bit more, and I found out some interesting things. The golden pheasant character in the original play that Goldie is here. Originally, she was in the original play, and it was just interesting. Like she was jealous of his devotion to his love for the sun, and she was trying to draw him away from it. So it seems like the pheasant was more of an antagonist in the original story, and even the thing with the phones actually seemed to be something that was in the original play, because at the time of the play was written, I think it was like in when was it? It was when the telephone had just been invented. 1910. That was when the play. Was first performed. It was a relatively new technology at the time it was written, and they made a telephone out of vines. And one thing in the film that they'd never explain why the sun raised without him, even though they probably need him to get the sun back again. Originally in the play, I've had a look. He finds out that the sun, his crowing doesn't raise the sun. It ends up it wasn't his crowing that raised the sun, but they still need him crowing because that would wake the farmer in the farm that he lives at, and everyone else depends on him. So even though he can't raise the sun, he realises the importance that he has, and they respect it, and the animals respect him for that. But as far as this film goes, it hasn't explained why his crowing raised the son that didn't raise without him at one time, even though they still need him to raise the son, apparently. And I get the feeling that is unfortunately something that they are not going to introduce or explain. Hopefully, hopefully they do, but I get the feeling, but they're not. Sadly. But yeah, this film is a bit it's not awful, but it's not the best so far. It's just it feels really lacking, and it feels like a lot of things happen. I'm just wondering it's just they call for things happening, and they don't really. It just seems to happen, but without any like flourish or a bigger grand drive to it. It just seems to be like, oh well, that happened. So, because like the Duke of Owls randomly having breath and the magic breath, and somehow turning the real world into a cartoon. And another thing is that Chanticleer seems to be a background character in his own story. I think he would probably, because the character who runs away from his farm life because he feels underappreciated to find fame and fortune, and then finding out that wasn't enough, and that he, no matter how much they criticise him, he still misses the farm and still wants to get back to it, even though he's found fame and fortune. I think that would make a far more interesting main character than Edmund. Edmund is just this blank slate of a little boy. I suppose he has this thing about him not being brave enough or something, but it's not enough to make him an endearing character. He's nowhere near as bad as the kids from Troll in Central Park, but he's still not a very endearing character in my opinion at the moment. He's just bland, and no offence to the little boy who voiced him, but I don't find his voice to be that charming. Chanticleer! Jeepers! I'm a furry! For the 100th time, over, around, under, and through. Hopefully he doesn't descend into a Caillou. He's nowhere near. He's not as bratty, so I'll give him that. But he's not a. He hasn't descended yet into silly old car, silly, way. He hasn't descended into that yet. I doubt that he will, but he's not my favourite main Don Bluth lead so far. He's not as good as Fievel or Littlefoot in terms of kid characters. But yeah, okay, so I'm halfway through the film now. We've got like 33 minutes left, it seems, so I get the feeling we're just going to zoom through things, considering how the odd pacing has gone so far. So, here we go, everybody. I'm going to start the next half of my Rock A Doodle recording. Here we go. The shot is of Chanticleer's The King Palace, where he's Las Vegas Elvis. And I wonder if Pinky was based off, because I heard that Elvis is a manager, like Colonel something. He was not a very nice man towards him, and he was just using him to profit off of him. And here's a fun fact about Elvis's manager. I read somewhere that he dressed up chickens, where he put little guitars around them and made them stand on burning hot plates. And when they tried to get their feet off the plates, they looked like they were dancing. So it was a very cruel performance that he put on, so maybe that's why they decided to make a Chanticleer an Elvis impersonator and have him have a evil manager as his boss. I don't know, maybe that's some reason why they came up with that. Okay, here we go, everybody. Second half of the recording. 3, 2, 1, go. No dogs, cats, only birds or mice. Oh, I mean, don't have any. Wait, but don't have any birds or mice. Then, but there were birds and mice there earlier, weren't there? Oh god. What? They said no birds. So why are you dressed up as? Or maybe I read that wrong. They're dressed up as penguins. Okay, so Snipes is like Garfield and his favourite food is lasagna. What? Wait, rhino? Okay, why is there a rhino? Uh, okay. Uh, Even though Goldie doesn't have feathers on her wings for some distracting reason, she's a much more better made attractive design than Pavita Petrigona. What? Uh, Ship? What? Why is he on a ship? Uh, okay. What, are they performing to fish? What? Okay. Why is he on a pirate ship? Why is he on a pirate ship? Uh, Starfish? Mice dressed up as... Wait, I thought they said... No, I'm probably misread the sign from earlier. Now we have mice dressed up as dancing starfish. Uh, uh, yeah, very said there. No dogs, cats, birds, or mice. So, yeah, the paper plane's really going to do good. Yeah, great. Yeah, great. Good job there, kid. Oh, and now they have a buff. Those are buff frogs. Is this the place where the frogs from Cuphead performed? Okay. Okay. Now they're dressed up as a fish. Okay. This is probably the least weird thing that's happened in this so far, to be honest. But it is still pretty strange. Uh, okay. Oh, she's going in. Okay. Oh, no, hey now! Don't go any lower. This is a kids' film. Oh wow, that must have been one good kiss if he was that knocked out for a while. But what? The way she was going down on him. Oh God. I thought. Okay, now we're here. What? Oh God. Whatever that means. Uh. Yes, we figured that out. Or you could have shown that to show the relationship, then rather than just talking about it, show, don't tell. That's an important rule. Uh. Oh, this was something from the original. I think in the original play, Goldie actually did fall for Chanticleer. So, uh, okay. Oh gosh. There's something very oddly. I get the feeling this is a kink of someone being force-fed water like that. Oh God! Shut up! Shut up! I want to listen to Audrey from Little Shop of Horrors singing. Stop interrupting it. This is actually legitimately frustrating at this point. It's like they recorded the songs and they didn't want anything to do with the songs or have it play out, so they just decided to cut over to Pat. Yeah, more yelling Chanticleer. And the idea of Goldie only she was only supposed to pretend to fall in love with him, but she actually does for real. Oh god. It's nothing but potentially interesting characters being interrupted by annoying ones. Oh god, be quiet! I can't hear you from me, you're like miles away! Yeah! How are you gonna do that? You're going the wrong way. Jump down and... wait, how do they fit a farm on top of that skyscraper? Okay, that could have been sweet if they Sunder. How did it raise without him that one time? You're still not explaining that. New picture? What, so he's making him into a film star? Oh, that sign looks like Graceland. Oh, okay. Was that the name, Graceland? I'm not that big on... I'm not that too familiar with Elvis, but I think... Well, you might not be somewhere that's green, but you're somewhere that's gold. Good morning, Mr. Mushstick. She's got such a distinctive voice, Ellen Green. You might not... Ah. Okay, be quick. Well, it could be worse. You could be coming across a murderous Venus flytrap and wants to hit on you while eating you at the same time. Oh, be quiet. Wait, where did you come from? Okay. Did the scenery just change quickly, or was it just because the backgrounds are much less... but yeah, I don't like Snipes. Snipes can go away. Well, okay. What did he kick? Ah. Yes, we figured that. Let us figure that out without talking over the film, please. Yes, I know. Shut up. Wow, that's a pretty impressive knife if it can cut through that. Wait, what is that? A can opener? What, apple pie? What? Uh, uh, why singing? Wait, what was the point of that? You could have just opened it up that way instead of drilling a hole in it. What? Okay, cactus, like going up and what was that sound effect on there? What's he doing? Runs to the what? Wait, that's a tiger skin, but they're in a world of animals. That raises a lot of what? Bees? Oh no! All my previous films I've blending all into each other. First, I had the wild flashbacks. Then I had something like and now I've got B movie again. Uh, okay. Uh, The only thing I can think of is why she doesn't have wings. She's a bird, but she doesn't have wings. This is very strange. It's like Chanticleer's got wing feathers, but got feather fingers, but uh, okay. Uh, that was one powerful shout if she just landed to the ground like that. And why was she like panting on the ground like that? I get the feeling that something else was going to happen there, but it got cut. Uh, ah! Okay, he just eats the camera. Oh, back to them again. Wow, wow, he's smart. Okay, gets zapped on the TV. Okay, well, that was okay. What are you doing? Okay, why is he green? What's he doing? A vacuum cleaner? Just runs onto the all right. And now the ceiling fan goes. Okay. Okay, that happens. What was that? What was that? That was good. This film might be as nuts as some other films I've seen, but it is still pretty. That was still pretty weird. What? But bring a real. Okay. Oh wait, what was with the animation there? He was Chanticleer and the bike was much taller than the proportions were all wrong. Okay, now we're in a. Oh, he's back. How did he get out there? Okay. Wait, why? How were there? Was that some trailer? Okay. Oh, that! What was in his mouth? The way that and is flying into the just fly goldfish. He just talks. Okay. Are we at the third act already? Okay, just shoving him through the. You could just break him through the window. You're in plain sight, aren't you? What are you? That frog looked like he had a dat ass face. Oh, this is gonna go well. The mouse is getting the little boy to drive a car. These characters are all stupid. They're either annoying or bland or stupid, except for Chanticleer and Goldie. They have potentially good in development potential, but they're just, how is he doing that? How could the kid know to drive? Wait, is this what is that? What's that supposed to be the set of? Yeah, that would help. Why didn't you get Patu to drive it in the first place if he's an adult? Okay, Pants could do that, and she seems to be the best one who's actually telling him to shut up and actually do stuff. Okay. Well, that went well. This is only as well can go. Uh, okay. No. Oh, there she goes. And what? Okay. What? What? What the? What? What's going? What he ran into? He went into his. What? Oh. What's it? What the hell was that? He ran into his eye, and then he was in his and the car. Then he somehow and he could ride the car and oh great, you made a if I try to think about what happened, that's gonna wait, how'd she get up there? I guess he overcame his fear, but how did he jump into his eye and into his head? And, I don't know. I give up. I don't know how to explain that. Her name is Peepers, not Jeepers. Oh no, my shoes! Oh, okay, shoes are... Oh, that was a bit of an odd thing to put on. Just the shoes just flew off and, oh yeah, but now they're all gonna die. Rip. And then maybe you can stop interrupting everything. You know, what's Snipes done in this film besides, be misogynistic? He's barely done anything. Yeah. Wait, who's flying that? Oh, what? How'd she get up there? How did she get up there? She crashed. Okay, is that the defeat of Pinky? Is that it? Okay, I guess that's it for the city and any potentially interesting things to do with that and how it connects to the farm. Oh, missed you, Duke of Owls. You're the only wholly interesting character. Okay. And what is with these songs? Okay. These songs are very mediocre. But the Duke of Owls is the best part. Easily. That must be one huge owl to be able to eat a pig. I'm not sure if there's owl species that grow that tall. Ugh. Yeah, she found Santa Claus. Oh yeah, we forgot about them, didn't they? They forgot to establish that. They just drowned at the start of the film. It's a bit strange they never established that with them. They just vanished and they never try to find them or do anything with them. Oh yeah, this is gonna go well. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, him. Well, he was flat out staring at a chest there. Okay. Considering the fact he was staring at her and then you had white foam going everywhere, I get that was a fire extinguisher, but I could make a very lewd comparison to what that could be. Oh, okay. What's with the fade? What's with the fading? It's just a lot of scenes in this way also just seem to just end really abruptly and like they cut off really abruptly, and maybe it was something else to do with production. I don't know, but the pacing seems really rapid. It's too rapid, and without any interesting. They've got interesting potential, but it's not explored. Ah! What was it with face? Yeah, we've wasted most of the time with narrating over everything. How did it raise without him that one time? How did that raise? I give up. I give up. They're probably not going to explain it, are they? You can't have Sandy Claus. It's not here. Oh, what are you going to do? Talk him to death? Oh, okay. You know, considering how much he kept blabbing on for this film, that is actually pretty relieving to have him gagged like that. And how did he get that with his okay. Oh yeah, this is gonna go well. Shut up, you. Yes. Ah, shut up. Oh wow. Oh god. Oh, he's straight up choking a kid. Wow, that seemed quiet. You know, considering how obnoxious Edmund has been, I'm actually not that sad about that because there wasn't really that much to care about him. I mean, I know he's a kid, but besides just being a little boy, there wasn't much left for us to care about. Oh gosh. What happened to his eyes? Uh, is this supposed to be epic? Yeah, stop calling for Santa Claus. So, yeah, you can't have your Chant Eclair either. Okay, now he's growing giant. Okay. Well, tornado? He turns a giant claw. Okay. How's he? Were those the mice from American Tail? Uh. They keep having the characters like talking over things, or just like repeating points we already know. Okay. What? Now he's turned into a comet. Okay. Oh, and now the sun's rising again. That's repeated animation. That was repeated animation from, okay. What's going on? What? It shrunk him? How did the sun shrink him? How does he grow? Oh, him. Um. Okay. Oh, he's trying to get. He's trying to get a comeback for kicking him around. Um. Okay, but how did it shrink him? How did he turn into a tornado? How did Chanticleer turn into a comet? How did the how did the sun rise without him that one time? Are you going to Yes, I know. Stop. Oh no, no, New York's gonna turn into it's Stanley again. Yes, and Edmund's shut up. Why was he here? He did literally nothing. Uh, well, that was fast. Snipes had absolutely no like heel turn or anything or changes. What? He's turning into what? Um, um, bad touch. Bad touch. Uh, okay. Oh, was it a dream? Uh. Oh, and every single thing that happened was a dream. So wait, if it's a dream, did Edmund dream about the sexy chickens and the weird thing to do with a mouse hitting on him and all the other odd things? This kid has problems. If he dreamt all that, this kid has serious problems. Uh, there's no place like home. Uh, Ugh. Yes. Now go back to sleep, little boy, Edmund. I'm going to take you to the psycho ward. What? Uh, she doesn't know what stopped the rain last. What? Wait, that was immoral. Wait. What? Okay, this kid has problems. Uh, uh. Oh my god, that does not look good. That mixing of live action and animation looks terrible. She does look nice in the farm gear though. No, that kid can't act. Uh, that green screen is terrible. Uh, why was this a mix of live action? Oh, he finally got his shoes done. I guess that was something important to his character. Um, his characters did absolutely nothing. Remember? Wait, do I have kids? Does Chanticleer and Goldie have kids? Okay. And that was the, oh, that's it? The film just ends like that? Uh, okay, I guess they learnt a whole lot. Glenn Campbell is Chanticleer. Uh, okay. And I think that's the end of that. What just happened? What was that? What did I just watch? And Why do I feel absolutely nothing coming from that film? Okay, that was that was strange. That was a very um. Okay, how to explain this film? Um, how abrupt was that ending? It was just the boy just Edmund just strokes the book and then he just somehow jumped right in, even though they never established that the book was real, and he got sucked in and um I don't know. Trying to explain a lot of the things that went on in this film was more trouble than it's worth, I think, for this film. It's not the worst Don Bluth film, thankfully. I don't think it's the worst one. That still goes to Troll in Central Park. And Thumbelina was more boring. So, I mean, the film had some interesting ideas going into it, but I don't think it's... Yeah, the film is not good. I know a lot of people say it had some so bad it's good things in it, and some things they did enjoy. But I think a problem that I have is with the main thing is that it's one of those things that I've seen where it's just like a lot of the things that are going on. It's just like a lot of times I'm just trying to figure out a lot of things are happening so quickly and a lot of things are being thrown in. It's just like I'm just trying to think about the main question I'm asking is why are things happening? I mean, in some of the other Don Bluth films, it's like strange things would happen, like yeah, some odd things they would happen, but I mean, at least they didn't distract from a lot of the emotional parts, or they added strangely to like a lot of the emotional bits, like the magic of the locket in the stone in Secret of Nim not being explained because it was just like it just said all that's important is that it calls on Mrs. Brisby's courage of a heart for it to happen and save the day. So there's that, but and like the big-lipped alligator, as odd as that was, with that little detour, it doesn't distract from all the good things in the film, and the alligator did come to kill off Carface, even if it was a bit strange at the end. But this film is just like a lot of things happen, and a lot of things they just come out of nowhere, and they never offer any like proper explanation or like rhyme or reason for things that are going on. It's like, and instead of with the things that the audience could figure out, it's like their method of trying to explain things that are going on is instead of fleshing things out and showing more scenes with the characters like interacting and fleshing them out and their relationships with each other, they just have what was the dog's name? Patu. They just have him talking over everything and just annoyingly jumping into songs and potentially interesting things that happen and just talking about what's happening. It's like there's a reason show don't tell is a rule in storytelling, and it's like I'm not talking about narrators can like do well like they're giving bookends for morals, and like if the characters in there and they're being fleshed out, they could like talk of like their innermost thoughts of things that have just happened or fleshed out. But no, it's just like it feels like part of the executive. I heard this film had a lot of executive meddling, like a lot of things going on. They interfered with it. It feels like the people who came up with that idea felt like all the children watching, all the audience members watching, were complete morons. So they had to have Phil Harris just tell you what's going on, or cut into potentially interesting songs and just, oh, you can't tell what's going on screen, so I'm gonna blab it out. And I mean, I know a joke's about it, like, yeah, him jumping in, like, so funny, but it's just, I hope it was made clear how, because it legitimately did get infuriating a bit, how much I was actually trying to get into it. I was wanting to care about the characters, but then we just cut to him just like blabbing on about it and just into songs that could be like interesting, and then he just like interrupts them. And I didn't like his narrator. That was legitimately on the levels of that annoying pig from Joshua and the Promised Land. That's no offense to the late Phil Harris. He was trying as hard as he could with what he was given, but the character was just so obnoxious. With how much he interrupted things, that stupid shoe tying thing that never got factored into anything. Never. That was just not fun. Edmund was not a very good character, not a good main character. I didn't care for him. I found his voice annoying. The kid voicing him couldn't act. And why didn't they make Chanticleer the main character? Chanticleer was the star of the original play this was based off, so why did they make Edmund, this little boy, who has no place in the original story, why did they just make him the main character and have him have no... Apart from that one weird bit when they jumped into his eyes, why did they have him the main character? There's just why did they do that? He had no reason to be there. And you know when it's bad, when I feel indifferent, or I'm actually feeling a little bit good, that when the main villain chokes him, because I mean at least that would shut up the main character if I find him that annoying. Snipes was nothing but a misogynist. Peepers, what's that her name? She was, I mean, there was one bit where she told Edmund to shut up and Wes and Snipes to shut up, so that was good, but she didn't have that much character to it either. Pinky was just like your typical money-grubbing executive. He didn't have a whole lot going to him, he didn't have a whole lot of depth. Chanticleer and Goldie were potentially interesting, but it felt like any potential character growth that they had was delegated to this stupid little boy, or the stupid narrating dog, or everything else, and stupid stuff. The only interesting character that I thought was the only character I found was interesting was the Grand Duke of Owls. I found him to be much more interesting and entertaining than the actual heroes that we were supposed to be rooting for. If Chanticleer and Goldie were the only main characters other than the Grand Duke of Owls, then that would have been a much more interesting story. Why? I still don't understand why did they have him move to the city and become a Elvis impersonator? That, to my understanding, that was not something in the play. I mean, Chanticleer left, but in the original play, but he went into the woods, I think, because he didn't find himself. What did it say for the original play? In the original play, Chanticleer was angry, I think, with the other roosters because they were more superficial than he is, I don't know why they made him move to the city. Why not just in the forest? I would have watched it if it was in the forest. Oh, by the way, I did a bit more research. Apparently, it was pretty early on. It was a script, and they had some sketches by Disney artist. What was a Disney artist who does? Mark Davis had one of Disney's 9 old men. He did sketches for the characters, but Walt Disney rejected the pitch. So I still think it would have been better if it was a more faithful adaptation of the play than of the stupid the things that we had. It's like one of those things where a lot of really strange things happen, but it doesn't make it interesting. It just makes me wonder why things are going on, and it's just... And I didn't care very much for the characters. I thought the story was just all over the place. It's one of those odd moments where, unlike a Troll in Central Park, where the pacing would just took forever to get started and they didn't leave any potential for any interesting story to happen, here it's the opposite. They're jumping way too quickly through the story beats without letting anything get established, to the point where that doesn't let anything get fleshed out. And instead of showing any interesting bits, they're just having to just explain things that are going on without letting it sink in, or talk more about how the characters care about things. So yeah, it's just the pacing was way too quick. Animation. It's Don Bluth. The animation is very good. No matter how the final film turns out, the animation in a Don Bluth film always turns out interesting and well animated. Even though it didn't flesh together with didn't mesh together with the live action stuff. It's no Roger Rabbit. And the songs. I don't remember any of the songs. The songs were all forgettable and they didn't have very interesting melodies. They didn't have very interesting lyrics. Some of them just were there for like 10 seconds and then just went nowhere. It's not awful. It's not the worst Don Bluth film. It's not the worst film I've ever seen. But it's just lame. I don't recommend it, watching it. I did find it a little bit better and a little bit more interesting than a Thumbelina. I mean, it's mercifully short, so it goes for that going for it, and at least it had the Grand Duke of Owls, who was an interesting villain. But it's not one I'd recommend watching. It's not one I would want to see again. When it's not just rushing through everything and getting infuriating, it's surprisingly boring. Because I mean, when it comes to just like I don't care very much about the characters. I don't care very much about the world or stuff and they never explained why the sun raised without him that one time. They never stated that. So that was a huge plot hole. They never fleshed it out. So there was that going for it, against it. So, yeah, 4 out of 10, or I'd say. There's nothing... It's not as insulting or as obnoxious or as drawn out as Troll in Central Park, but I didn't have fun. I don't, apart from a Grand Duke of Owls and a few of the odd moments, but it wasn't as strange as I thought it would be. Which I mean, I suppose is a kind of a blessing because I'm not losing it like Titanic Legend goes on, but I heard a lot of people say it's like a guilty pleasure, or they like it for Grand Duke of Owls and interesting ideas. It had interesting ideas, but I don't think they were well thought through. And if you liked it, good on you. Good, you saw something I didn't. All for it. I'm all for you were praising the film, but I just didn't think a whole lot of it. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best, and it's below average, I'd say. But it's definitely better than a Troll in Central Park, so I'll give it that. So for the next live reaction, I'm just thinking of. I've got two main ones, but I'm either three main ones that I'm thinking of. 4 actually. Or more of that. Main ones that I'm thinking of at the moment, either the other 2 Don Bluth films I still have to see. Pebble and the Penguin, which is one that I've never seen but I've heard is also nuts. Or A Troll in Central Park, which is one I did see when I was younger. And I can't believe I used to enjoy that as a child, but it's not. It's nowhere near as good as I remember it, as you can tell from me dreading watching it. And another one, the Tom and Jerry movie, which is in the same park as A Troll in Central Park, and Sausage Party, which is one that I've never seen, but from what I've heard about it and from what I've read about it, it's going to be absolutely horrible, I can imagine. It's not going to be fun when I react to that one, I can tell. But anyway, big shout out, big thank you to Ted Crilly from Discord for letting me giving me the video to watch this, even though I didn't really enjoy it and it was just meh. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to see it and draw my own conclusions from it. Big shout out, thank you for ripping your VHS to get to allow me to see this. At least I can say I've seen it now. I can see it, I can say I've seen it and draw my own conclusions from it. And it might give me inspiration for my own stories, like improving on some of the things that the story went off, or taking things I did like from it and adapting them into my own stories. So that'll be interesting. So yeah, I'll let you know which film I decide to do a live reaction to next, and I'll see you all later. So Duckyworth out, everybody, and talk to you later. Bye, everyone. Take care.